In this video, I'm going to give you a look at the Hornady lock and load powder measure that comes with a lock and load AP progressive reloading press. This powder measure is a large capacity case activated powder measure, meaning that when the reloading process is underway, a case will activate the powder measure, and by pushing up on the powder measure, the linkage is activated, powder is dropped, and the drum, which is called the rotor, then returns to its lower position. So while you're reloading, this type of powder measure is completely automatic. I want to quickly note some of the features on this powder measure. So first, we've got the hopper, and the hopper is large capacity transparent tubes that you can see the current powder level. It's got a removable lid so that you can dump powder back into the powder measure when you're working up a charge load. It's got this linkage system which when the powder measure is activated vertically causes the rotor to rotate. The rotor is this part here, and in this particular case I've got this powder measure equipped with the micrometer pistol metering insert, and I'll get into metering inserts in just a moment. So one of the great things about this powder measure is the fact that you can, because of this lock and load bushing system, just rotate the powder measure an eighth of a turn and then lift it right off. Now I can empty the contents of the powder measure. So I've removed the powder measure, and now I'm going to show you how easy it is to dump the powder into your powder canister. In this particular case, I've got some Winchester W231 flattened ball powder that I'm using, and I'm just going to take the powder measure, use my fingers as kind of a guide, and I'm just going to dump that right into the powder canister. In this case, no funnel needed, and then I'm just going to activate the rotor a couple times to see if I can get anything else that's caught in there to dump out. So the next thing that I'd like to show is one of the unique features of this lock and load powder measure, which is the lock and load metering insert. So when the case is activating this powder measure, the whole pistol rotor swings up and down. Now if we push on this button here, we can actually activate the quick release for the metering insert. So the height of this piston in the rotor dictates the volume and the corresponding powder charge. This particular micrometer pistol insert is set to one setting. We can take our other pistol metering insert here, which is set to another setting, and then just put the piston into the hole in the rotor, and then make sure that we've lined up the flats on the side of the metering insert, and that's it. Now we're ready to load with this other metering insert, which is preset to one of our favorite loads. So now let's take a look at what it takes to switch from the pistol rotor over to the rifle rotor. For larger loads, we want to use the rifle rotor. For smaller loads, we want to use this pistol rotor here. So in order to change over the rotor, the first thing that I'm going to do is going to be to take out the metering insert. Then I'm going to take the supplied Allen key and loosen the two nuts here, screws rather. So now this linkage just comes right off. We'll put that aside. So this is our rifle rotor with micrometer metering insert. We'll be installing that. So the next thing we can do is just lift up the powder measure, and the pistol rotor will just slide right out. So we can just put this metering insert back in for storage. We can see the smaller cavity on the pistol rotor here. So now let's take the metering insert out of the rifle rotor. You can see it's got a much larger cavity there. And we will put this guy into position. It's got the O-ring that keeps it tight in there and sealed. Okay, now we're going to need to put this linkage back in place. And I'm just going to hold it steady here while I get one of the screws started. We'll get the other screw started. And then tighten these screws down. Really a quick and easy changeover process. Now that we've got the rifle rotor on, we can use the lock and load quick change metering insert changeover technique to change from one metering insert to another if we've got certain presets. If you're using the micrometer, the need to switch over to different metering inserts is much less because you can pre-record your settings here. So we're going to push the button in, we're going to line this baby up, and now we're done. Now we've got the large rifle insert installed. It's just that easy. Now all that's left is to reinstall the powder measure. So we can just drop this right in, turn it an eighth of a turn, and we are ready to load.